Good morning, Math 3. This is lesson 135, our last math lesson for this year. You're going to need Master 135 right away. So could you get that out, please? Now, you can see that there are quite a few ladybugs on this page. How many do you think there are? Now, what's different about this page of ladybugs compared to yesterday's page? I noticed two things. One, yesterday's page, the ladybugs were neatly in rows and in groups of 100. And these ladybugs are larger than yesterday's ladybugs. So we are going to see if we can figure out how many ladybugs are on this page. Now, you could just count and count and count, but that would be tedious and would take you a long time. Mathematicians have a special way of coming up with a reasonable estimate for a number of objects in a picture, like this one is. What they do is they divide the picture or the collection into groups that are about the same size. And then they count the number of objects in only one of the groups. So this is called estimating by sampling. So when you take a large collection, you divide them into groups to come up with how many are in that group. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to divide this picture into groups that are the same size. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to divide it into fourths. Now, this is a little bit tricky because if you just take your paper and fold it, you're going to get groups that are a different size. So what I would like you to do is hold it up to the light and see if you can get the line on this side and the line on the other side of your paper to line up. Or if you wanted to, you could cut out the box that's holding the ladybugs so it would be easier to manage. I just held it up to the light and lined it up. So you can see on the other side that it is not matching. And that's what I want. Then to fold it in half the other way, I've just made sure that this line matches up with this line. Again, you're going to end up with something that does not overlap completely, but then I get the same size. So go ahead and do that. When you are finished, I would like you to be in this square where Master 135A is listed. So you should have this facing you. We are going to make this easy on ourselves to be able to count how many ladybugs are in this square. We are going to group them by tens, and we're going to color a group of 10 ladybugs one color, and then we're going to move on to a different color. So I'll show you what I mean. I got one ready. I'll hold it a little bit closer. So you can see that up here, I just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I colored them in as I counted. I colored those in teal. Then I just kept going, did 10 in pink, 10 in orange, and I just kept going. If you end up with, oh, there's a good example right here. You see this little bit of a ladybug that's sticking out? We're not coloring that part of the ladybug. In order for us to color the ladybug, we have to have at least half of it showing for it to count. And I thought there was one other spot. Oh, see here, there's just an antenna sticking out. I'm not counting that one either, so I'm not coloring it. So you get coloring your groups of 10 ladybugs, different colors. Remember to try and keep them separated by color See, I have one group kind of over here. You figure out how you want to do that, and then we'll talk about why I do not have these ladybugs colored in. So put this on pause while you do your coloring, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I hope you have them all colored in. And I'm going to show you the bottom of mine. So, over here I did not color in this ladybug because that one I can't see over half of it. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's why I did not color in those ladybugs, because I don't have a group of 10. So, how about if you count up how many ladybugs you have? Remember, count by tens, and I'll count up how many I have. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, plus the 9. So I have 139. Now, that's just on 1/4 of it. Now what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to go and count each of those squares. We are going to multiply by 4, because there are 4 squares. Remember, this is a reasonable estimate. We are not looking for an exact number. So maybe you have, I don't know, 135. Maybe you have 143. So let's do it here at the very top. You write your number sentence. So I wrote 139 times 4. You write your number sentence and calculate it. I'm going to calculate mine. I know that this is 36. That's 12. Plus 3 more is 15. Oh, and that's 5. So a reasonable estimate for the number of ladybugs on this page would be 556. Now, if we had to round that number to the nearest 100, we would say there would be about 600 ladybugs on this page. Hey, turn your paper over. You have stars this time. So, let me put the marker away so I have 2 hands available. You're going to do the exact same thing. You already have your fold lines. You're just going to fold it the other way. There we go, and you're going to have it so that Master 135B is showing. And you're going to color the stars that you can see at least half of, and you're going to do them in groups of 10. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think that's half. 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to color those in. And then I'm going to keep going. I know that I will not have 139, because these are a lot bigger. So on mine, I would color this in, this one, and this, but not this one here that I have just a point on. Alright, so that is your job. And then write for me your number sentence and give me the reasonable estimate of how many stars are on this page. Thank you for joining me for math. I hope you have a terrific day, and I hope to see you soon.